Hi guys, welcome back to yet another Hex of Steel. The situation here is getting a little bit interesting. More than interesting, because the situation is that we are going to establish over here in this area, the area of Vitoria and Eibar, we're going to establish defensive positions here. Basically, in all of these three areas, we're going to establish defensive positions. We just need to take Oviedo here and then Gijon. We're going to bombard Gijon with the destroyers over here, and then we're going to wait for the engineers to reach Burgos. I'm gonna try to push forward a little bit with the Breda here. We have a tank Breda here. Then the plan is as follows. We're going to get this engineer over here. We're going to deploy it here. We're going to see if there is going to be a better place here or here. These two artillery pieces that we have here, we're going to place these two over here in these mountains, just to reinforce the fact that we can create another defensive position here in these mountains, overlooking the area of Madrid. The two bombers here, we have two bomber squadrons. We're going to deploy them down here in Palma, so we can take the Isle of Menorca. So let's continue over here in Navarre. What I'm going to do here is the following. I'm going to move this guy let me just do the following. I'm going to resupply. I'm going to pull back with this. This guy moves down here. The actual light artillery battalion over here, after resupplying, I'm going to move here. You see the thick forest, so I'm going to move it here. This way I'm going to be able to support the guy that is over here. Now, by looking here, I can see that I can place this unit on a transport ship. This means that I can sneak troops over here, and by that I could take Bilbao more easily. So that could be a possibility. Let me check here. We have 100 full health infantry division here, so perhaps this is going to be a good option. So let me drop these guys here. Let's see, here we have, these guys are rank 1, all of them. And this one is as well rank 1. So I'm going to move this one here. Put it... Actually, this guy needs a little bit of... Needs a little bit of health, I believe. I'm going to drop it anyway. Just going to wait for the next turn to heal this unit. And then I'm going to move this guy here. Okay, let's bring the horses down here. Let me see. Do we have any bridge here? I think we can move the horses down here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna heal them. And then I'm going to move the horses down here. Now, let's remember that we will need, again, another engineers over here. We will need engineers over here, definitely, because of these 3 rivers. These guys cannot move here. So we will wait for the next turn so we can get more manpower. Now here we see 2 artillery approaching. Let's remember that we cannot heal these units because of the supply lines. It's not possible. So let me see if I can damage these guys. So I'm going to bring this guy here. Shoot at it. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to bring this one here. I don't think we are going to be able to shoot at it there. So he stays there. There's no way we can continue. And over here we're going to resupply. Let's remember that it's not going to be a good idea to get more fresh troops here because we don't want to decrease the ability that this guy has. So he has very good XP, so we are not going to bring new troops over there. This is an indication that I have placed here since a lot of time that says that here we saw a contact of light infantry. So perhaps we can bring this guy here. And then this guy's here. And now we're going to sit here. The good thing of sitting here, as you can see, is that if you remember when we were in this forest, we were not able to see more hexes around. Now we can see a greater amount of hexes just by sitting here in this mountain. Okay, so now we're going to end the turn. They're still fighting here. Tough fighting on the mountains. They recapture. Okay, so we lost APAR. They decided to move here and recapture this area. So another thing, let's remember that we want to do a sneak attack over here. So let me show you what I mean by this. I'm going to place 2 units here and I'm going to attack them and place my troops in these tiles over here. This way I'm going to have the possibility to attack them from behind. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is to heal these units, to resupply and heal, then bring them over here. I cannot move them, so actually I'm going to contain these guys like this. So let's bring this guy here. You see, it's a good thing to be able to do this. And we know that this area, there's no enemy ships. Okay, so we already did this. So now let's go down here and let's do things here. So I'm going to drop my units here. Now let's remember, I wanted to, before doing that, I'm going to drop my units here. So now this guy is going to be attacked in both directions, you see. So I'm going to drop, now I need to wait another turn, but at least this guy, even though I cannot resupply, this guy is entrenched. So we have this guy entrenched here, and this guy is now going to be entrenched. So at least we are encircling him. Okay, and I cannot drop here my other garrison. That was something that I wanted to do. Okay, let's see if we can. We don't have enough. Let's see, research, nothing. Okay, so we're going to go here. We know that they continue the bombardment here, so what I'm going to do is to just move this guy back here and bring these guys here. These guys are now fully resupplied, so now we're going to exchange them here. Okay, so now let's continue with this situation here. I'm going to resupply. And I'm going to bring these guys over here. Now, always place your artillery next to another unit. So I'm going to bring this guy here. I'm not sure what is happening here. Let me see if I can understand what is happening here. So there's a light infantry division. Okay. So now I'm gonna bring these guys here. This guy has 2, so he can shoot from here to here. And this guy is better, so he can shoot there. Very good. Then I can move this one here and place this guy back in here. So we're going to have support from both sides. Now what is this? This is a partition, as you can see. The morale of this partition is very low. And we can see that the partition begins with 50 health. This is the first time that I see a partition over here. So this is representing a revolt that just happened in here. Okay. Now let's continue here. I think I can move that from down here. So what I'm going to do is continue moving this here. So we're going to reinforce this area as well, so we can attack from both sides. Then let's continue with this here. This guy goes down here. There we go. Okay, now let's deal with this guy here. Mm-hmm. There we go. I think it's going to be better to move it here. So now we have the protection of the thick forest over here. Okay, let's bring this guy here. Okay, now let's move this guys over here. Let's remember that we want to reach. Okay, first of all, I'm going to move this guy up here. This guy here, so I want to reach here with this engineer. We talked about this in our previous chapter. That's the reason we have these lines over here. In here, we see that there's another engineer down here. Should be moving up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I could resupply with this. Let's see if I can do the same here. What about XP? This guy is very good. And I think it's going to be better if I move this guy. No, it's going to be okay here. There's no need. Let's resupply here. This guy has good experience, so we're not going to give him more troops. Okay, this guy moves here. Let's bring... Definitely we should bring... Okay, let's bring this guy here. So we need space here to move from here. This guy moves up here. And this guy moves up in here. Okay. Very good. So now we can... Let's see, can we deploy here? No. So we see now these guys are trying to move from here, so what I'm going to do here is the following. I'm going to bring this guy here. Okay, now I could as well move here. This way we can block him. He can shoot at me. He can shoot at me from here though. So now, let me see, these guys are full health. So I'm going to resupply here. And in here, resupply. So I'm going to shoot at this one. The good thing is that this one is not on a fortification. So that's the reason behind this. And what else? This guy here. He doesn't look that he has a good morale. However, this guy... this guy can shoot at that guy. If I place this guy here, then this guy is going to be able to shoot at me, so it's not going to be good. I can, however, get better troops here. But you know what? Instead of doing that... I'm going to do that. Definitely, and then pull back. And I can bring this guy, some of these guys here. Now, I'm trying to think. They have fortifications. If I move this guy here, it's not going to be a good idea. So perhaps I'm going to pull back here. And bring this guy here, definitely. This guy over here. And then I'm just going to resupply with these guys. There we go. How much is this guy here? I think is going to be worth if I fix him. Okay, good. Now I can deploy the engineer division. Let's remember that the engineer division, I think the best place to deploy it is going to be here. So let's deploy the engineer division here. This is the 5th engineer division. Okay, so we're going to... Let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, let's bombard. Now this unit is weak, so we can bombard this. It's going to be the best option here. Okay, good. And now I'm going to shoot at this guy here. This guy is very good in morale, so I'm going to shoot at this one. Another interesting thing is that if I would cut the actual supply line here with this unit, then this guy would not be able to resupply. But I can't. Okay. Okay, let's bring this guy here. Let's not forget these guys. Now that I think about it, because now I understand that I can do this, redeploy the unit. Actually, that's what I'm going to do, because this is a little bit silly now that I understand that I can redeploy the unit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to redeploy the unit. And by doing that, I'm going to be able to spawn the unit here. Now, that's much quicker. That's quicker. A faster way to do it. Okay. So yeah, that was silly. Okay, good. I will have to wait for about 3 turns, which is less turns than as if we were to wait them to reach here and move them here, whatever. Okay. So now the situation here is not good. It's not good. So I would, let's bring this guy back here. Okay, I would move this guy here. And over here, we're just going to resupply fuel. Okay, I think it's going to be good to start bombarding over here with these 2 guys. So let's resupply both of them. What is this? We get rank 2, which is awesome. So we're getting good ranks here. Okay. Now, we are September 25th, 1936. Let's remember that these guys can climb the mountains and I can start attacking from this side, which is not going to be bad. This guy can as well do that. Okay, so why not? Let's bring this guy here. And now the tank can climb here as well. I'm going to bring the tank over here, and I think, it's not going to be good. This is a light air battalion. The tank has the ability to shoot 45 against armor, but this guy has 25, so I can try to move the tank over here, but no. If I do that, they have this as well, so I'm going to move the tank over here. At least I still have the ability to resupply from Burgos. Okay. Okay, so now this is what we did before. We just moved over here. Okay, now let me resupply here. This guy, I don't think I need to heal him. These guys are continuously going to heal. So I'm going to move this guy here. Hopefully then, when I move this guy here, I'm going to cover. This guy is a little bit exposed here, but there's nothing I can do. So let's take the horses here. Resupply over here. And heal. This guy has destroyed in July 24th. This unit destroyed light infantry, and September 4th destroyed a heavy infantry. Now this guy is very good. This is the 35th garrison. I need to rename this unit. This is the 35th garrison. The Braves. Yeah, indeed. The 35th garrison, the Braves. So let's resupply here. Okay, now let's continue here. Resupply here, resupply here. And perhaps bring this guy back here so I can place it here. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to end the turn, and then in the next chapter we're going to continue for the turn number 12. Let's see what happens. Okay, now it's raining. We reach October 1936. We have one research point, so we're going to try to get something something interesting here. This one doesn't look bad. The 37mm here, but this is anti-tank. We can get perhaps more tanks or close air support. I think is going to be better. So now it's raining. The war continues here, and we are able to drop our 45th garrison here. We're going to drop our battalion of artillery in the center here, so we can defend much better the mountains. And one more turn we can get this over here. And then the next turn we're going to, the actual turn, we're going to use our engineer here to move over here. Okay, so hopefully you are enjoying this. This is a very nice campaign. Now it's developing very interestingly. This was Victus. See you in the next one.